Hi, I'm Carol Stewart. Your words have power. I've told you that, haven't I, for the last 2 weeks? This is week number 3. We're still talking about words in a different capacity. Week 1, we talked about how you can speak to the mountain and tell the mountain, go. Problems, go. Debt, go. Fat, go. Cancer, go. Those are the things I said. Or money, come. Relationships, come. Success, come. You can say whatever it is, but talk to the problem. Talk to the mountain. That's what I told you. It says it in the Bible that way. That's what Jesus tells us to do. Anyways. And week number 2, I talked about life and death are in the power of the tongue. Okay, the middle is supposed to be a mouth with a tongue. Looks like kiss, doesn't it? But it's funny because I own a marketing company. I really should have my graphic artist draw this out. But it's kind of fun drawing it out. It makes it more personal, more fun. Anyhow, here's the scoop. I wanted to recap the life and death and kind of remind you what I'm talking about. Okay, so life, when we talk life, is confident and positive. Okay, I said to you, maybe we should look at people's lives. People that are successful, or however you want to measure success, maybe it's because they control their mouth. Maybe they know not to say bad things. Maybe they, and I'm not trying to be like a prudy, oh, you can't say bad things. We all do. But maybe they are better at controlling their mouth. Maybe they hold their tongue, bite their tongue, if, maybe they bite their tongue if they don't want to hurt somebody's feelings or they don't want to say something that they don't need to say. Or maybe they just want good things to happen to them and they talk good. So here we go. Life means confidence and positive. Like, I will succeed. Or maybe I say this a lot of times, like, my life is great. I walk around the house, a lot of times I'll go, when I'm by myself, my self-talk is, I love my life. I just love my life. Or I'll say, I love my dog. I love my, whatever it may be. Or I'm having a great day, or today I will do it. A lot of times I notice my workload is pretty heavy sometimes. And I'll wake up stressed out a little bit because I feel like I have so much to do. How can I get it all done? And I talk out loud to myself, obviously alone, I'll say this. And I know a lot of you do it too. But I'll say like, oh, I have so much to do. I'm getting so much better at not saying that. But I was saying that a lot, noticing that I would say it a lot. And guess what? I have a lot to do. And I learned this a long time ago that when I say, and you got to be honest too, but I'll say, wow, we are so busy. We are so successful. And we are. Once you say it, it happens, So say those positive words and you'll see a big result in your life. I notice a lot of people say, I'm blessed. I really like that. I hear that a lot from people and they'll go, I'm blessed. How are you doing? I'm blessed. Like I used to always say, I'm fine. I'm good. I'm trying to say I'm blessed. But then sometimes people don't like that because you sound churchy. But I don't know. I'm doing great. I'm like somebody said, I'm living the dream. So that needs to be what I need to say. Well, how are you? Oh, I'm living the dream. I like that one. But it's always good, positive hope. Right? Now, death, what I mean when I say life and death is in the power of the tongue, with death is insecure, negative, doubtful, worry. Here's an example. You might say, oh, I'm so worried I won't succeed, or I'm so worried I'm going to flunk that test. I'm so worried I'm going to not be able to pay my car payment. I'm so worried, whatever. I knew this was going to happen. How many people have said that to their kids if they spill something or whatever? I knew that was going to happen. Don't say that. Or complaining, like, oh, why does that curtain keep falling down? Or why do you keep saying that? Or why do you keep doing that, to your kids or whoever? Or talking negative or gossip. All that's negative. We all know all that, right? We know that. But maybe we need to watch it. Just watch it. Maybe just try to trim it just a little. And then you get a little bit better at trimming it. I'm getting so much better. I mean, I used to be so good. Like when I think about myself when I was younger, when people would start to gossip, I'd just go, I just wouldn't answer, or change the subject. I'm really trying hard to get back to that. But I want to talk to you about being a word doctor. My goal is that if you watch this series, 6 to 8 weeks of it, about words, that you will become a word doctor. You'll have a PhD at the end. You can call yourself a word doctor. It means you control your words. That's my goal. Now, I want to tell you a story today about IKEA. I-K-E-A, the retailer IKEA. Okay, they did a study at a high school. I believe it was Colorado. I will post it. Colorado, and they had taken 2 plants to this high school to do a bullying project. And what they did, and I thought this was so cool, is they put a sign on each one of the plants. On the left, they had negative, complain, you can do whatever. The one on the right was all positive. So the high school kids could walk by the plant and they could say whatever they wanted. So they go by the negative, or go by the bad tree, I guess we'll call it. And they'd say, oh, you're so ugly, you'll never grow. The sun won't even shine on you. You're whatever they could think of to be funny, but mainly mean. Okay. Then the other one was the positive tree. And they would go by the tree and they would say, you're so beautiful. You're going to grow to be really strong. The sun's shining on you. You're, all the positive words. They did a 30-day test. And do you know what happened? They ended up having a great success. The one tree was beautiful, blooming, and the other one was wilting and dying. What am I trying to say? These are words. We don't even realize it, but everything that we say has an effect. I mean, that's my proof. I know that Law of Attraction does one with water, but that to me is my proof that words are powerful. So think about it before you start saying words, even if it's just small words. Like, even if let's say you lose your keys. I like to do that. No. You lose your keys, and what do? You go, where are my keys? Gosh darn it, I don't know what happened to it. You do all that talk. Stop. Just go, I know I'll find them. I always do. What happened to the keys? They always show up. Blah, blah. It's positive. Okay? Law of Attraction is so positive. And Law of Attraction people don't really like talking about religious stuff. And religious people don't really like talking about Law of Attraction. They think Law of Attraction is too selfish. And Law of Attraction people think it's too much about God or whatever. So I'm trying to bridge these together, like I said before. And I just want to say this. I think a lot of the things that Jesus was trying to teach us is Law of Attraction. He says, love your neighbor. He says, what do you want? Give love? You want love? Give love. Those things, wow, they're so prophetic. And I'm going to keep talking about different things. Hope you can stick with me and learn from me. But I'm going to talk about something that, I don't know. I'm kind of uncomfortable with this, to be honest, but here I go. I'm not God, obviously, and everything I'm saying is my opinion. So you might not agree with me, or you might listen to me and not understand it right yet. But there's something inside of me that has always told me that obviously your words are powerful. But when I was a kid, I was in junior high, 6th grade, and I had to do a project for school, and I'll never forget, I wasn't done. And I thought to myself, how am I going to get this thing done? I have to have it tomorrow, and I'm not done. So I told my mom I was sick. I played sick so that I could get it done, okay? I don't know if anybody's done that, but I did. But do you want to know what happened during the whole process? Okay, I got it done, but I started thinking, oh gosh, I told her I was sick. I'm probably gonna be sick. Or if anybody's ever called in sick, you might say something like, oh, I have bronchitis or whatever it may be, and then you end up getting it. Well, that's how I felt. I felt like, oh my gosh, what happened? 2 days later, I got sick. So I'm telling you that because I just think that we don't even realize what can come into your body by thinking it and speaking it. So here we go. I want to talk to you about this guy. On Sunday, I stumbled upon this guy. His name's Nabil Qureshi. It's N-A-B-E-E-L. Oh, jeez. And it's Qureshi, I think, something like that. He wrote 2 bestseller books in the top 10 bestseller books of New York Times, and incredible speaker. Wow. Good looking man, incredible, but he died at 34 years old, like in 2017, a couple years ago. But I stumbled upon him, and I feel like he totally, wow. Here's his deal. I'll try to summarize it in a nutshell. He grew up Muslim, went to college. His roommate was a Christian, and the 2 of them battled all the time. He ended up becoming a Christian, lost his family in the meantime. They didn't associate with him anymore. And it was, I mean, that part's sad. But he's on fire for God. But he's on fire for Jesus, and the way that he speaks and everything's so good. But I'm not telling you all this to tell you about that. But you can look it up. He's really good. There's lots of videos. What bothered me is that he died. And I thought to myself, as we all do when we lose somebody young, why would they die? You know, that's so sad. And, you know, there's lots of different theories. Oh, like sometimes people say, oh, God's trying to teach you a lesson, or God's not happy with them, or this or that. You know, I mean, put it on God, or whatever. Or maybe they ate the wrong foods, or they drink too much, or they smoke too much, or they whatever. And it could be any of that. But it bothered me. That was from Sunday to Tuesday. It bothered me like crazy. I kept thinking, why? This guy's such a good speaker and such an influential person. He didn't seem too churchy. He just was really good. And I also thought about how Jesus was 33 to 34 when he died, and his ministry, look at it, it's still around. Very successful. But still not even about that. That's not why I'm talking about this. Why I'm talking about this is because he had cancer, and he had a 1-year-old child, and he died 1 year later when the child was 2. And here's the scoop. I woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday night. Don't know why, but I woke up and ended up watching the YouTube channels, and there he was. But this was a different video from the one from Sunday. This one was him at a college speaking at a commencement. He had really positive things to say, and I was just like, you know, we all have our own kind of ministry of whatever it is, you know, his positive message. But it's what he said at the very end, I can't shake it. It's been bothering me all week, and I think I was supposed to be saying this. He said, I hope my daughter gets to come to this school one day, gets to sit out there one day. And I don't think he meant, I hope she gets to go here one day. He meant, I hope that I'm around to see her. But he didn't say that. But he said hope. And I thought to myself, I hear it. I'm hearing it so much now. Like our words and stuff. And, you know, I'm not the judge to say why he died, obviously. But then I started watching all his other videos. And for like a whole year, he was documenting everything about, you know, I went to chemo, I did this, I did that. And he was a Christian of like 10 years. And I know that he probably wanted people to pray for him. And we all, a lot of people do this, you know, and I don't know what I would do. But I think what I'm trying to say, without sounding like a know-it-all or sound like, you know, how can I say that? I'm not God. I think that you got to really watch your words, even in life-death situation. So if let's say it's my grandfather came down with a disease. I don't even want to say, I'm not going to say the C word, cancer, anymore. I'm not going to say any of those words. But let's say he comes down with some kind of an illness. And here's the scoop. He could let everybody just treat him like he has cancer. Or, I'm sorry, he has an illness. So they say, Grandpa, how are you doing today? How are you feeling? Oh, I'm not doing so good, honey. You know, whatever. Maybe the person with the illness should say, we need to have a little round table intervention kind of thing. The immediate family only. Do not tell your friends. Do not tell other people. We do not want this to get out of this room. I have this illness and I'm going to fight it. And the only way I'm going to fight it is if you family members work with me. Please don't ask me how I'm feeling. If I want to tell you, oh, I had a bad day, let me. But you don't ask me. I don't want to keep the words going. I don't even want to mention what the illness is anymore. Don't want to give it life. I don't want the words to be spoken. Honestly, I hope that you can send this to somebody if you know somebody that needs something. It came to me this weekend. I don't know why. I'm not a pastor, what a professor, whatever. I'm just a person, but I think that there's something to what I saw. And I don't want to second guess life. I don't even want to speak the words of why it happened. I just want to say, just be careful with your words. Those are serious things when people are fighting life and death. And that's what I believe. I don't want to get into too much more about that subject. Maybe a little bit more. And if you have questions and you want to put them at the bottom, you can. Please don't be mad. I'm not trying to say this in a bad way. I'm just trying to say it like I had something click when I watched that about words. And this is what happened to me this week too. I was in the car driving and I kept thinking words. W.O.R.D.S. Words. And I thought something, and all of a sudden the word sword. If I take the S at the end and put it at the beginning, S.W.O.R.D. I thought about, this isn't a sword. This is the closest thing I can come to a sword, okay? So, your words are swords. So remember that. Remember your words are swords. Even if they're small words, they are swords. You can fight your battles with your words. You can fight you like a sword. Oh my gosh, I'm so silly. It's not a sword, it's a knife, but let's pretend it's a sword, okay? My point is, use your words like a sword, okay? And I'm going to do one more verse. Bear with me. I love all the little meanings with words. Going back to 11, 22, 23, 24. This is 24 again. I just got to read this. 11, 24. Mark 11, 24. Therefore I say unto you, this is Jesus talking, what things soever ye desire, when you pray, believe that you received them. Believe that you already received them, and you should have them. It sounds so simple, so hard, but so simple. Therefore I say unto you, therefore Jesus says unto us, whatever we want. Okay, I'm going to make it modern day talk. What things I want? What do you want? Well, I really want a pool. I do. So, what things soever you desire, whatever you want. Carol, the things that you desire, the pool that you want, you should just pray, believe it, and you shall have it. Believe it, you already got it, and it's yours. So, what I need to do is, like Law of Attraction would say, they'd take it one step further, and they'd say, therefore I say unto you, what things that you desire, like a pool, cut out a picture of a pool and put it up on your wall. So by next week, I will do that. Put it on your wall, and when you pray, when you go, oh, I want this or I want that, believe it's already yours. Start thinking of who you're going to go buy that pool from. Pick it out. Put it on the wall. Okay? I hope you enjoyed it. My sword and all. And I hope we all become word doctors. I hope that you stick with me. I say this all the time. I hope you stick with me so that we can all be doctors together. Carol, the word doctor. Hopefully we all are. Anyhow, I'm going to say it again because I'm not very good at this. You have to, oh my gosh, I just did exactly what I'm not supposed to do. I keep forgetting to say this, but I'm good at it. Hit the subscribe button at the bottom, please. Because I only got 7 subscribers. I don't have very many, but this is week 3, and I really, really could use your likes too. Your likes. Okay, thank you. Bye. Peace out. Mel, make it happen. Go make it happen. That's my new line.